Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sophia, child of the cosmos, where I do shadow readings to discuss the shadow, the inner psyche, the mind and the heart, and how to heal it and get in touch with your inner child for healing, and to expose the shadows that operate in the dense negative energies in our life. All right, so we're going to pull from the shadow bag. Let's see what we got. I don't know what kind of reading we're doing, so your guess is as good as mine. So let's see what Spirit wants us to do. Ooh, there's two. I don't know. Any, mini, miny, mo. All right, this one made it on the table. This one didn't. So let's put that back. Close up the shadow bag. And let's see what we're doing. Shadow heart reading. A message from Spirit. You are so loved, and this is for the soul, the spiritual energy. This is the soul's energy. This is going to be all about the soul. All right. Oh, and we got the ancient knowledge swirl. Which way is it going? All right. So this is going to be the shadow reading for today. Let's do a quick prayer. Holy Spirit, I welcome the white light protection, the golden energy that is calming, peaceful, loving, and nurturing. I trust the universal life force energy will provide healing and vitalizing assistance to my viewers where it is needed. All right. This is the Shadow Heart reading. One more shuffle. All right, let's do this. This is going to be for the spiritual energy, the soul within the body. It's also probably going to hit some emotional energy, your heart space. All right, we're going to pull from the deck messages for an abundant living and solutions. All right, we got one. Forgive yourself and others. Okay, and there's a really good reason for that. Forgiveness is needed for the soul's mission to carry out what you need to do. You have to forgive first and understand why forgiveness is needed for the soul's mission. Because you learn that once your soul, you start connecting and healing the inner psyche is the first step. And then you start to forgive yourself. And then you forgive others because you forgive with an understanding of why you came here and your soul's mission and what you needed to experience. Everyone plays their part in the soul's mission and experiences here on Earth. All right. Fire. You could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be your reading. Okay, if you are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you need forgiveness for yourself and for others, you may have a lot stored in the mental and physical, emotional energy, and you need to heal your emotional energy within the body so that your soul, your spiritual energy can evolve and grow. Okay? All right. And once my community opens up, I'm going to go more further in depth on the soul's mission, the roles that we play here in the Matrix, and what we need to do to get in touch and heal the inner psyche, the inner child. All right, we have let go of worry, fear, and anxiety. Okay, There's no reason for it, honestly, but I know it's hard for you to understand that because your soul is closed off in the matrix and you're open. You're a shadow cattle in the matrix. You're asleep, basically. And once you awaken and get in touch with your heart center, your inner child starts to heal. You're going to understand this and you're going to let it go. And you're going to do it with forgiveness for yourself and others. Okay. Girls just want to have fun. Yeah, we want to have fun. We should have fun. So this could be dominant feminine energy, but we do have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius on the table. So take it how it resonates. Happiness comes from within. That's right. The emotional energy, your heart center, where the inner child and all the wounds are, and they need healing. All right, so this is going to be the heart of the reading, and at the end of the deck, we have a message from Spirit. So let me pull from here, and let's see what we get, what messages we need to work on, what is needed for us. So I pulled a few, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see what drops, what lands. All right. This is the rose quartz crystal. This is the crystal of the heart, unconditional love for you and others. It's a very beautiful crystal, and it holds energy just like you and matter, but also it has argonite and calcite, what we have in our bones, teeth, and ears. And this is why crystals work and help heal our bodies and protect us. This is a really good crystal for healing the inner child. I love it. It's beautiful, and it has all of the chakra systems. Okay, so let's see what we got. Right. Let's see. Let's see what's needed. Let's separate them so we can get a clear and concise message from the Holy Spirit. All right. And we have healing message, and these are backwards, and this one came out upright, so these ones gotta go, and these are backwards, so I'm not gonna take those either. So I'm gonna take the healing message, and I'm gonna put that right here for us to read at the end of the reading. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to pull from, so happiness comes from within. What is that message telling you? It's telling you to go within your heart center, where the childhood wounds are, and is part of the inner psyche, and it's a dominant energy within the body, along with the mental energy, which is the mind, where the subconscious mind and the shadow self operates, which is tied to the moon. The moon is tied to the emotions, different tides with the energy of the moon, right? Different cycles. So does the cycle of the shadow. All right. So let's get a message, and let's see what Spirit says. Let's see what we have for us. So let go of worry and fear and anxiety. That'll keep you stuck in a negative, dense energy. And you will bring more of that into your world. More worry, more fear, and anxiety. Because remember, the shadow self operates in the subconscious mind, which is tied to the moon. The ever so different tides of emotions. And 95% of the subconscious mind controls our reality. And if you don't understand that, it's okay. When I open up my community, I'll go more in depth of what that means. Move forward. Do not trap yourself in a bad cycle. Move forward. What's the bad cycle? Worry, fear, anxiety. That worry, fear, and anxiety is part of the polarity negative part of Earth. This is how it was created. Light and dark, positive and negative. Okay, so that is the message. Move forward. Okay? Do not trap yourself in a bad cycle. Okay? Your body pushes out a vibration and it latches onto a frequency. Those are the cycles of what I call the lottery of frequencies. And you will get more fear, more worry, and more anxiety. Trust and believe. Go have some fun. All right, let's get another message from Spirit. Spirit says, what does Spirit says? Spirit says, be willing to see things clearly, no matter the outcome. Okay? Be willing to see things clearly, no matter the outcome. Okay? Remember, the soul's mission. You chose what you're going to go through. But we put more of that disappointments and heartaches by our thoughts. We get more clutter in the inner psyche. We start to build that onion layer over layers over layers. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay, so how do we open up the heart center where true happiness comes from within the heart center, right? The emotional energy is where we store all the sorrows and heartaches. So how we open it up is we connect to the inner child within us. And it latches on. It latches onto a higher frequency because you when you get in touch with your inner child, you're more happy. Happiness comes from within your heart center. So we're gonna pull from the deck, childhood memories. All right, we're gonna pull from this deck, and let's see what we need. So far, we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius on the table. Dominant, fire. Yeah. And we'll go further into the reading and see, what else comes out. So right now, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, you may need to let go of fear, worry, and anxiety. You could be experiencing a lot of conflict right now in life. So pay attention to what you're seeing over and over. You could be seeing 555 and not be understanding it. 555 is changes in life. Remember, Earth's polarity is positive and negative. What you latch onto, what your inner world is, what your fears are, you'll bring more of that. So whatever has gone on in life, forgive yourself and forgive others. Okay? Just like Jesus forgave. Remember when he was being hung on the cross, on the stake, he said, I forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do. And he meant that from his heart space. Because and when you heal your inner psyche, you're going to understand that more further as I understand it. And I forgive those who have hurt me. I forgive them because they do not know what they do. Because the heart and the mind are doorways for the darkness, not darkness, but evil to come in and wreak havoc on your life. Yeah. All right. All right. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Let's see what you need to open up your heart space. Get in water. Play Marco Polo. Marco Polo, where you use your senses to find the person in front of you and its energy, its vibration. Okay? That will help you, your intuition. Write a letter to your younger self. Okay? Give your younger self all the love and courage it needs. Go back and give it to your inner child, your younger self. Okay? That's how we heal the inner psyche. And then what happens is a layer falls off. And the next one is play spin the bottle. Doesn't mean you have to kiss everybody. No, you can put messages, verbs in that bottle. And then whatever you spin it and you pull from it a message, go do that. Actually, put the messages in here that's being given to your higher self. It's given to your soul to do something fun. Put these in there and do something every day from that message. Go play house, LOL. Yeah, I'm picking up on a Libra, Scorpio, someone born in October. I'm picking up on an energy who needs to play house with their wifey or their husband. Play house, like when you were a child and you had that crush and you played house. Come on, everyone's done it, right? You played house with the neighborhood kids. You guys played house and how everything was just so fun. And do something fun. Play house. Let go of all the fears and worries and anxieties. They're always going to be there. And guess what? They're not really yours. They're put there. That's a karmic wheel. Okay? That's the chaos in the matrix to keep you operating in lower dense energy. And what does that do when you're in fear, worrying about bills? Psst, don't worry about bills. Psst, please. What you need to do is get yourself set up so that you can eliminate the bills and quit adding more to it. Because that's what the matrix was built on. To keep you in lower, operating in dense negative energy. Fear. Fear of what? What are you fearing? Write it in the comments and I can help you. Anxiety. Okay? These are all the things that are collected in the inner psyche, in your inner child, where the heart center is. And do these things. Get in touch with your inner child. Remember something that you did as a child that was fun, okay? And go do more of that to open up that heart center. I'm being called to pull more. Okay, I'm picking up on a Leo. We have Leo predominantly on the board and Virgo. Virgo's coming through. Write a letter to your younger self, Virgo. Play spin the bottle, but put some positive things in there. We can't go kissing everybody, right? Go play volleyball. Go play volleyball. Go play duck, duck, goose. Duck, duck, goose. That'll get your heart center opening up, You're going to get that physical energy moving through your body. Take deep breaths. Yeah. I'm picking up on someone that has the initials A. With initials A. Go play volleyball. I'm picking up on a Taurus in Gemini. Yeah, all right. This is really a really nice reading. Okay? This is nice. All right, we're going to pull from what's the 411 spirit. And let's see what we get. Let's see what information, what's the 411 that spirit's trying to say that you're not paying attention to your body. I'm being called to tell you to pay attention to your body. You're inner soul, your spirit is trying to warn you about things, especially when you're around people. All right. What's the 411, Spirit? Give it to us. All right. Spirit says the 411 is find your power. And where are we going to find our power? In the heart center, the heart space, the emotional energy is where you're going to find your power. Once you heal this and get it light as a feather, your power, you're going to be manifesting your life. You're going to create. Because why? That's what Earth is. It's all about creating positive things in your life. Because that's the Earth's polarity, positive and negative. You have to balance it within yourself. Find your power. All right. What's the 411, Spirit? Ooh, go shopping. Spirit says go shopping. Money is always going to be there because money is energy. You can say, for every dollar that I spend comes back to me 10 times. Okay? 7777. Yeah. Keep that money operating. Ooh, happy birthday. Today is someone's birthday. Spirit says happy birthday. Happy, 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 happy birthday. Joy, joy, joy. Happy birthday, whomever you are. Credit score. Pay attention to your credit score. Don't open up all these. Don't get caught on that karmic wheel to keep your energy within your body operating in a lower dense energy because you're just working just to pay bills. That's not what you come for. No, you come to experience life, the polarity, positive side of it. But you got to open up. And everyone, when you come, we forget. We got Earth. That's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn is coming through. I said Virgo and Taurus came through already with play spin the bottle, go and play volleyball. And now it's here. We got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay? Capricorn came through. What else? What's the 411, Spirit? Protect your energy. That's the 411. Protecting your energy is vital to your spiritual energy, which is based on this reading. Spiritual energy. You are loved. Okay? Protect your energy. You can buy sage. Sage your home. Because we're like sponges. Negative energy will latch on to you. Okay? And cleanse your home. It's Earth's element. It's Mother Earth. It's Gaia. It's white sage. It dissolves negative energy. Okay, that's what I'm being called to tell all of you here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Yeah. Drink more water. Drink more water. Water is essential for your spiritual body. Okay? You can pray over your water. I concentrate this water. This is the element of 5D, the water of 5D. May it nourish and heal my body. May it help me in my ascension. Pray over your food and your water. It changes the energy, okay, of the food. Everything is energy. All right. Nope, that didn't come through. All right, I'm going to call one more. Stop shrinking yourself. I'm picking up on an energy that when they're around certain people, they shrink themselves because they're actually smarter than the average bear. They're actually smarter than who they're hanging out with. And they're shrinking themselves just to be in the energy of these people. No. Stop. Stop shrinking yourself. Spirit says stop. Never lower yourself to anyone else's dense energy. You do not want to take on someone else's karma. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Spirit says. Okay. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We have drink more water, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And we have Libra and Virgo, Scorpio. Yeah, we got everybody. All right, nice. These are the new messages. I haven't coming up. I had a name, and these are the new cards that I channeled today during my time with the higher realms. We still have a message from Spirit. All right, let's see what's the message, the channeled message I got today. Let's see what is needed for this reading, and we're going to close this off. That's what we got today. Trust your path. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It came out today, earlier, and I actually took a picture of the sky, and that was the message. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so I'm being called. Spirit wants me to pull some inner psyche prompts to help you write and get in touch with your heart center. Okay? It's imperative that you get in touch with your heart center. So we are going to clean out the inner psyche with inner psyche prompts. My big cards. I have yet to put these on cards. There's some friction I'm feeling. All right, Spirit's going to give us a card that's needed. Which is one of your perceived weaknesses? Okay? Which is one of your perceived weaknesses? When you get in touch with that and you own it, it's a part of you, accept it, give it love, give it light, the negative, dense energies that people who operate in that frequency, manipulators, narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, dark empaths, liars, cheaters, manipulators, gaslighters, ghosts. When you come into terms with your perceived weakness, no one can use it against you. That is the beauty of healing your inner psyche. That's right. Okay? And let's get the next one. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Holy Spirit. Spirit is on it. They know. What is the next one? How do you want others to see you, strangers? Is it different than how you think they see you? Okay, sometimes people are in their head and they go places and they're just part of the anxiety. Sometimes is when you're in a crowded area and you're worried about how people see you, strangers. This is very good. Thank you, Spirit. You need to write this with each prompt. Guess what? It peels that inner psyche, a layer falls off. And you can answer the same prompt 5, 10 different times, and you will not get the same answer. That's peeling the inner psyche. That's how we heal it. By getting in touch with our inner child. Okay? Yes. You are brave. You are strong. And you came here with a mission. And you go within your heart center. Your purpose, your gifts, your mission finds you. I'm not to tell you what your purpose is. I'm not to tell you where you come from. But I am to open you up and help you heal that inner psyche so that you your higher self, your oversoul tells you. And you get in touch with your whole spiritual team and you create something the way I created something to help other souls that are stuck and asleep in the matrix. All right, so we are going to get a healing message from the Holy Spirit. Son, your soul, the internal source of life within you, get out in nature and get some sun. Sun helps with the cells in the body. Yes. Yes. And we're told to stay out of the sun, right? Why do you think that is? That's a reason. Okay? That's to help keep your cells in your body from being healthy. And there I have a story. There was a child who had received a message in regards to their health, and they were diagnosed with cancer, and he only had minimum months to live. And he told his parents that he wanted to be outside with the sun every day. That was his dream. See, as children are more connected to the higher realms and to the spirit, their higher selves. But as we grow older, we start to close off and become more open in the matrix. And then we're stuck with all the chaos, bills, heartaches. I mean, we're stuck with all that. And we need to learn how to operate in this game of life. We need to know how to play it because it's a big illusion. So back to the story, every day they wheeled him out so that he can be with the sun. And guess what? He had to go back to the doctor months later for a checkup, his monthly checkup, because, he was diagnosed he wasn't going to live very long. His cancer, he was at 70% remission, and he didn't even do chemotherapy. He got everything from the sun. So do not believe everything that you hear in this matrix, because it is not healthcare, it's sick care. And this is a true story. Yes, amazing. Earth's elements are here to help heal the soul, the physical energy, your body, your mental energy, your emotional energy, and your spiritual energy, your soul opens up. Life is so much better. Everything is to me. Kid you not. And I could be going through the worst times of my life. I lost 11 family members last year and 2 more this year. But I kept going. You want to know why? Because I channel. I read energy, and I can see my loved ones whenever I want. And most of them are already being sent out and on the karmic wheel. They're being reborn again. That is what happens to the soul's trap. We get reborn over and over and over. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to go up to the true heaven, the Paroma. Because every soul that awakens and beats the karmic wheel that was created by dark evil so that they can feed, they fall. And a soul gets their wings, goes back up, and evil falls. That army of darkness that was created, whatever you want to call it, the devil, the Satan, that's an energy. They are archons, and they were created, and that is the army of, So, this is the shadow reading, and this was a message of abundant living and solutions. Okay? Remember, here's your purple heart, your bravery coming to earth with that mission. Remember, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. You reap what you sow. What you want for another, you attract to yourself. Remember that. It's important that you remember you're attracting every day of your life, 24/7. But the beauty of it is you're here to create, just as I created my shadow readings and how to get in touch with your inner child and heal that inner heart, your heart center, so that you can live and operate in this earth's world of chaos. Take care of your mind and your heart, because everything flows from there. Okay, and take time to tune into your body and recognize the messages it's trying to send you, especially when you're around people, because that devil and that Satan and those archons and those entities, it's an energy, and it comes in people, places, things, and situations, because everything is energy. I am Sophia, child of the cosmos. Please like, subscribe, and thank you. And I give you so much love from my heart space to yours. Go play house. Duck, duck, goose. Get that heart center pumping. Yes. Write a letter to your younger self. Please spin the bottle. You can put whatever messages you want on there. You don't have to kiss the frogs, okay? All right. Please like, subscribe, and thank you.